Mana Khemia 2: The Fall of Alchemy is quite appropriately titled. It's a story about the death of alchemy. Magic is disappearing from the world, and a once prestigious school teaching valuable arcane artistry can no longer stay afloat. Literally. Not enough money is coming in, everything is collapsing, society's stability is in question, and beauty itself is on the brink of disappearing from the world in the wake of increasing corporate intrusion. It's a surprisingly grounded story about fantasy idealism dissolving against the reality of capitalism. In addition to that powerful premise, the gameplay systems are quite unique for the genre. While this is a turn-based RPG, there are no traditional experience points. Instead, your characters only grow by exploring the world and experimenting with alchemy. The more stuff you alchemize, the better stuff to equip, the more permanent buffs you can apply to your characters, and it all snowballs. Gathering and crafting more things allows you to battle more baddies, which allows you to gather and craft more things, which in turn allows you to battle more baddies. You'll spend just as long slaving over the alchemical stove as you will slaying monsters, and both modes of play feed into the other seamlessly. It's a compelling gameplay loop which substitutes grinding for actual thought. As the systems steadily increase in complexity, Mana Khemia 2 graduates from a simple time waster to a truly captivating RPG. Unfortunately, that captivating gameplay is sandwiched between self-indulgent story scenes. In true JRPG fashion, you've got a lot of characters, a lot of dialogue, and way more anime shenanigans than usual. The ratio of goofiness to gravitas is truly absurd. Rather than contend with the usual archetypes, you'll instead see those same archetypes given new lows, stripped to their bare comedic essence and used exclusively for gag after wacky character gag. This comes at the cost of the overarching storyline. You're scarcely drip-fed even the barest morsels of plot progression, while everyone descends into chaos around you. Never have I seen such spectacular stupidity delivered with such unbridled confidence. But I was determined to understand, so I trudged through lengthy comedy scene after lengthy comedy scene, strung along by the thinnest tatters of narrative cohesion. Mana Khemia 2 is a game full of absurd nonsense, which has no interest in serious or meaningful storytelling. And in the dead middle of the plot, it gets worse. The students have a civil war over the cancelled school festival, all the characters' gag traits are played up to maximum, and the day is saved by a scandal wherein the chairwoman is caught flirting with a fursuiter. It all ends with a comically climactic battle against the opposing students, complemented by ridiculous special attacks flying everywhere. And at that very moment, when the opening song, appropriately titled My Silly Days, started blaring over the most undeserved fight scene I'd ever paid witness to, it all just hit me. The absurd nonsense is itself the meaning. All these obnoxious, over-the-top scenarios weren't obscuring the themes or soul, they are the soul. Alchemy is in ruins, the world is on the brink of catastrophic collapse, people are constantly in mortal peril, even at school, everyone is insane, and folks are rarely ever certain of the world or circumstances around them. But rather than wallow in that existential misery, Mana Khemia 2 seamlessly redirects any potential brooding right back into joyous revelry. It posits that life is for enjoying, and that we mustn't make such a fuss of things that we lose the natural caress of human bonding, or the sweet-hearted serenade of silliness. The characters on display are set to maximum goof, and they're always behaving as their purest, most exuberant selves. The game only has such a heavy and realistic premise so that it can prove its thesis. The weight of the world may bear down upon you, but you must only ever bend, not break. Turn strain into serendipity, turn languishing to laughter. Mana Khemia 2 is a story about the levity in life despite its many woes. Magic is always with us wherever we are and whatever we do. Irrespective to any monetary misery or terrible tragedy, beauty will never die. While most comedies try to offer a break from reality, this game posits that humor is the natural way of things. It proclaims that there is more joy in this existence of ours than we've ever yet known, and we may discover it still if we only allow ourselves to.